Hello guys, my name is Rena. Welcome back to my channel. Today I've got a lovely sunny day here in Victoria, Australia, and it's actually been pretty bad in the last couple days. It was raining so bad and the wind, oh my gosh, it was so strong. It was like 158 kilometers per hour, I believe. That's what they said on the report. I'm so glad we have a sunny, warm, cool day here in Victoria. And I thought I'll do a get ready with me, and I'll be reviewing some Australian drugstore product as well, mainly focus on the brand Australis. I've got their Fresh and Flawless line, I've got their foundation, setting powder and concealer, and I've used these already in the past few months, so I do have a really good idea of how I feel about them, but I think I'll let you guys know while I'm applying all these. And I've got their Neutralize eyeshadow. I know they came up with Neutralize 2, which is really exciting, but I'll just play this and then give my reviews on all these products. So if you want to know how it performs on the face and how I feel about all these Australian drugstore products, we'll just keep watching. Alright, I'm gonna zoom in a little the other way. Zoom in. So before I jump into, I'm just gonna quickly put a bit of lip oil. This is from McoBeauty. I've got in their flavor Apple. I do really like this. It's that with this roller thing, so it's really comfortable when you put it around your lips. It's a little massage. It's not those very hydrating one that I don't think you can leave it overnight, but I do like to use during the day or like before I put makeup on. Just give this nourishing feeling, and by the time I've done all my face, it will be sort of dry down a little bit. A perfect timing to put on lipsticks. Alright, I did not bring my primer downstairs, but I think this foundation can use with or without primer. The Fresh and Flawless Full Coverage Foundation is infused with vitamin C and it's got SPF 15, and they have a huge range. In drugstore wise, I think they have a really good range of color selection. I've got in the color light neutral. It's actually a little bit lighter to me, and this is really a full coverage foundation. I think this pretty much matches up with my Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation. So well, price wise this is a lot cheaper, particularly if you go on sale for half price. I think it's $20, so half price that will be $10. I do reckon this one sets pretty quick on your face, so definitely just gonna quickly pat it all around my face and then blend it with my sponge. The sponge that I'm using is from Designer brand. I've used this for more than a few months, so I've just been washing them every week also, and it's been performing so good. There's no breaks or anything. My Real Techniques ones only last me like 3-4 months, which to me I think is already very good. You can see the color is actually a little bit lighter. I mean, not too bad, but I can go for one shade darker. So you really don't need a lot. A little can goes a long way. On a day that I don't want to put a lot of makeup on, I usually just put this around my central area and then I'll just blend it out or just do the job. But today I'm gonna do a full face because, you know, why not? You can use with a brush, but I reckon I like with a sponge better, for the reason because it sets so quick on the face. So with a little sponge, it sort of delays the setting time, so I can have more time to work it into my skin. Let's have a look. I do like the full coverage. It is really good. A lot of full coverage foundation, particularly in drugstore, they'll say they're full coverage, but when you apply them, you're like, yeah, you guys are medium. Not really full coverage. I think this one's pretty good. So my last step of my skincare is my sunscreen. I use the Hawaii Tropic sunscreen. Yeah, the one that I reviewed in my chemical sunscreen. I actually turns out really like this one for a sunscreen plus primer wise, because it does sort of set down on your face and does not sliding around. Also give you a little bit dewiness, particularly if I'm doing a full face of a full coverage foundation like today. That dewiness is something that I would like on my skin before I put any makeup on, so it's not too matte. So that's pretty much full layer, and I still have this much left. I really just use a little bit, and like I said, a little bit can go a long way. You don't need huge amount of product. It's really good, pretty. I like it. Yeah, every time I put this on, I'm like really liking it. I like the coverage. I like how easy to apply. Alright, so let's go to concealer. I've got a concealer in shade light. I believe their concealer is not having as many shades as their foundation. And when I was first buying this, I thought it would be a full coverage concealer as well based on the experience with the foundation. But I have to say, I reckon the concealer is just a medium coverage, and I found it sometimes cakes underneath my eye. So this line, the concealer, is definitely not my favorite, but it is workable. Like, it's just a standard drugstore concealer. I was hoping I can get a full coverage drugstore concealer that will be yippee hooray sort of situation, but it's not like that. It comes with a standard doe foot applicator like all the other ones, and this one comes in a bottle of 7.5 ml. I'm just gonna dab a tiny bit around here. So yeah, how is everyone doing? Victoria has their second wave. Now it's already past the peak. I think we're getting better, but I see there are people about to doing protesting. I don't know what to say about it. Like, I understand people are frustrated because of lockdown, so you do want to get back to your normal life as quick as possible. I get the idea that people want freedom, and I actually think protest is a good thing. Like, it keeps reminding people how important freedom is, and we should have them. By quarantine now, minimize the number, and then we can have the freedom later on. Imagine if you all go on the street now and start protesting, it can potentially creating a third outbreak of the virus, and then you just have to stay even longer, and we're not even finished here yet. So you speak for yourself. You can't risk others' lives by protecting your right. Alright, so that's the concealers all set. So the concealer is actually doing pretty good. I have really dark circles, so most likely all of the concealers won't cover everything, but this is covering pretty good. But just like I said, I don't think this is as good as the foundation, so I definitely love the foundation a lot more. And now I'm gonna set my face. I have their full face Fresh and Flawless pressed powder. I've also got their AC on tour. This one I just recently did a swatch on my Instagram. I do really like this one. I've used tons of it, you can tell. I'm gonna use the banana powder here to set under my eye, and I'll use this pressed powder to set the rest of my face. The Australia's banana powder is one of their very famous, like, best-selling product. It is really good. I mean, it's give you the nice color to brightening up, but it's not too much. I've got a Kat Von D one, and that one is got in peach color. That was very pigmented. It's a little bit too much. It's gonna be suitable for people having really dark under eye. They really need a high coverage to brightening up. So that's my under eye set. I'll use this powder to set the rest of my face. This pressed powder, I think it comes with a little sponge at the back here, and a little mirror at the back as well. So mirrors here. This one is actually got some coverage. So if you someone just like using a powder foundation with a bit of concealer, I can see you can love this product. I don't like to use this to set my face all the time. Particularly, I've already got a full coverage foundation underneath. But for today's video, I'll just do a light dusting on it all around, just to get rid of some of the tackiness. But this foundation itself is actually not that tacky. But I can see this one used alone as a powder foundation, it will be pretty good for a really light coverage, light to medium coverage actually. Alright, that's there. So that's all set. Before I go more, I want to do my brows so I feel like a bit more me, because I can see my brows is peaking. Brow products I'm using is the Savvy by Designer brand. I've talked about this in my last BB cream video, just quickly mentioned when I was disliking their BB cream and their clear brow gel. I like both of these. I particularly like Savvy in their color selection. They only have a few, like maybe 3, 4, but in their 4 minimal selections, there is I think I've got a color in ashy gray or something. A color is gray. So my brow came in broken. I bought it on Priceline online. So yeah, speaking of online shopping from Priceline is always a disappointing. I'm still chasing out a parcel that's been missing, and just it seems like it doesn't matter how many times I call, they're always saying we're dealing with it, but they're not, like, there's no updates. At least you let me know there's no update yet, so I don't have to bother to call you guys. But yeah, anyway, so this is their ashy gray color. The color is called gray. Yeah, it's really perfect for like black hair. You found a lot of the brow product, particularly in drugstore, because they don't have that great color selection. They're usually quite brown, warm toned. As my natural color, gray suits me a lot better. It's just hard to find a drugstore brow product in cool tone, so I really like this one, and it's so affordable. I like Essence Give Me Brow, but they don't have a cool tone. All of their product is a quite warm tone, so yeah. I basically just fill in all my missing brows. I've actually got a quite hairy brow myself naturally. And I'm not a pro artist, and you know how they draw brows so nicely. I'm just filling it in, and I'll use the clear brow gel to brush it through and also to set it a little bit. So I'll just brush it through. It does make the brow last a bit longer, but not too stiff. I've used the Rimmel one before, their clear brow gel. I like them, but you can't touch them. Like, you feel it, you have hairspray on your brow. This one's not like that. You still feel it's your natural hair. It's very soft, but it does make everything last a little bit longer. So I like this better than the Rimmel one. But if you're gonna go through, like, saying a long day that is hot and sweaty, you might want to use the Rimmel one, because it does make everything stay exactly the way it is. Okay, so that's all done here. Now let's get into the contour and highlighting part of the face. I'm gonna go back to the AC on tour. I'm gonna use the cooler shade to do a bit of contour and the slightly warmer shade to bronze my face a little bit. I like Australia's contour palette give you a large mirror, but the quality of that mirror, it's not really good. You can definitely use it if you're on a travel. I mean, it's workable. My birthday month is coming next month, so I'm hoping things will get a little bit better. I'm just seeing a lady walk by. This is a quite famous walk where I live, because I'm just really close to the beach. And that lady was so sweaty and she took off her mask. If you don't like wear a surgical mask because you sweat a lot when you exercise, change it to a like cotton fabric one. I'll use the same brush and dip into a slightly warmer tone. This one. This is too warm for me, like my color, but I'll use this one. Oh, I think I did a little bit too much on this side. If I feel like I did too much on one side, I usually found a more fluffier brush, and just to brush everything, like blend it out a little bit. I think I'm gonna sneeze. Is it coming or just a bit of itchy nose? Oh, maybe it's itchy nose because of the powder. In this palette, there's no blush for you, so I'm gonna use a new received beauty product from my August Bella box. This is Basic Beauty in their color Trust Fund. This is a jelly highlighter based on their description, so you can push things in. It's got a pretty sheen to it, but I just feel like this is cream but not cream. This is powder but not so powdery, so I still struggle how to put it on my face more effectively. I like this product, but I would not purchase this myself because it sells for like $18 US. I'm like, this is so expensive. And I blend it out with my sponge. Yeah, so it gives a little bit nice shine, not too much. Alright, let's go in with a bit of highlighter on top of it. And I'll go back, use the highlighter in this palette, which is this one here. Let me see my highlighter brush. So that's my highlight. Everything is quite subtle. You barely see me go very bold. Alright, so that's all my face. Let's jump into my eyes. I've zoomed in a little bit more so we can focus on the eye. With the eyes, we're going to play with the Neutralize eyeshadow. This is so pretty. I think I've swatched it a few times, but I never actually played on my eyes yet. There are just so many beautiful options in here and I don't even know where to start. Let me have a look. Getting a pointy brush and I'll dip into... I'm going to use this color here for my base. This is color called Truffle. It's very pigmented. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's highly pigmented. Do the same on the other eye. This is actually a bit warmer than I thought. Alright, what's next? Next, I'm gonna use this color called Belgian. This middle one here to add on the outer corner a little bit. I'm not an artist pro, like, yeah. This is purely just me playing with this palette. And I go with this yellow color to put it on my lid. Yeah, let's just see how it comes out. I mean, yeah, we're just playing. Totally. I do like that shimmer. That's pretty good. Pretty. I'm gonna add a little bit more on the outer corner here. This one here, a little bit on the outer corner. And I'll use a slightly different brush. Shading brush. I'll use one of these shading brush. Huge pigmentation. And I'll use a little bit lighter shade at the front inner corner. And I'll use one of these brushes to put it on my inner corner. And I'm going to go use the color. I'll use Coconut over here. Can't say I love it. I do like this palette. Alright, I'll go do my eyeliner and my lashes and I'll be back. Okay, so this is the finished look that I've got. This is actually my first time play with this palette on my eyes. So I have to say I need to play with this a little bit more to work out the best color combination to perform a full eye look. I think some of the cooler tones I see here, they're actually a lot warmer when applied on my eyes. So I need to just play a little bit more to know how to mix and match all these colors. But the performance for the shadow itself is really good. The matte is so pigmented and the cream color shimmers are so pretty as well. So I do like the palette, but I think it's my personal reason that I haven't been playing enough to perform a really good eyeshadow look. And for my lips, I've used two lip products. One is the McoBeauty liquid lipstick. This one is actually on sale at Sephora at the moment, so the price is really drugstore. The color is all pretty much all sold out, so I don't see any reason that we have to purchase this brand, but I was purchasing this out of curiosity, and my review is you don't have to purchase this at all, so I understand why it's on sale. The other one that I put on top of the lip is the McoBeauty High Shine Gloss in the color Strawberry, is it? Yes, Strawberry Crush, because it has this lovely strawberry candy scent, so I remember this well. I really do like the combination of these two. I did a little swatch. So this is the lipstick by itself, and this is the lip gloss by itself, and this is what it looks like when it mixed together. So it changed from this really dark purple plummy color to a wine-ish plummy but with a shine color in it. So I think this lip gloss will be looking so good on one of those darker lipsticks that you've got and you think it may be too bold to use it by itself. It will diminish the high pigmentation and give this lovely gloss shine appearances on top of it. It's just, oh my gosh, so much wearable. I like it how it looks my teeth a lot whiter as well. So bright. Just to wrap it all up, I reckon with Australia's Fresh and Flawless line, I do recommend all three of products. I do like their foundation the best, and then it's their pressed powder, and then the concealer. But overall, I think all three perform so well above the standard of a normal drugstore. For the eyeshadow palette, it's a really beautiful, highly pigmented 20 colors eyeshadow here with lovely shimmer and lovely mattes. I think if you like some warm looks, you definitely want to pick this up. For me, I just need to work a little bit more to find my perfect color match to create a full eyeshadow look. Other products, I definitely recommend the AC On Tour Australis Face Palette. And for my lips, I actually don't particularly like the Bite Beauty one. I don't think you need to purchase this for any of the reasons. It's just a normal standard liquid lipsticks and it's quite expensive. It's not on sale. However, the other two McoBeauty one are really good. I like the lip oil every now and then just to reapply it. I can even reapply it on top of my lip colors if I reckon the shine has diminished a little bit. It just create a nice glow and give you a bit of moisturizing, nourishing feeling on the lips as well. The lip gloss is not sticky or tacky and it's not creating that line sort of in between the lips. And the smell of this one is so beautiful. The smell, beautiful. It just reminds me of the candy that I used to eat when I was little. It brings back all these lovely memories. So I absolutely adore McoBeauty's lip gloss, and I'm thinking picking up, they have another shade in a more crystal color. I will definitely go pick it up if I can still find it at Woolworths when I go shopping later on today. Alright, so that's everything for today's video. I'm gonna head off, I'm gonna make something to eat first and then I'll go shopping, try to pick up the other McoBeauty lip gloss, and I'll come back and maybe start editing the video. Enjoy the lovely weather outside and we stay safe and stay positive, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!